You're listening to the Cultured Bumpkin, a literature podcast with Jake Phillips, where we present audiobook quality readings of the classics for your enjoyment. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, just because you're a bumpkin doesn't mean you can't be cultured. Hello and welcome to the Cultured Bumpkin. Today we'll be reading from a son of New England, Robert Frost. He has some very well-known poems. Anyone who's ever read a poem in high school has probably read some of his stuff. And today, that's one of the ones we're going to read, is one of the ones that you probably know, and you might have even memorized it when you were in school. And I think this is my favorite poem of his. Just because, I don't know, the imagery is so poignant and simple, and there's a lot to it, though. It's like you could read this one and then come back in 20 years and read it again, and it might take on a different meaning to you. And I think there's a lot more to it than meets the ear, I suppose. But it goes like this. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sound's the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Isn't that beautiful? I love that poem. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I hope you'll subscribe, maybe leave a review, maybe tell a friend. Either way, thank you very much for listening. You've been listening to The Cultured Bumpkin, a literature podcast with Jake Phillips. Thank you very much for listening. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, would you mind going and subscribing and leaving a nice review on whatever podcast platform you heard this on? I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.